India and Pakistan, two separate yet seemingly identical twins born from the same womb but living separate lives. They share history, culture, and geography, yet their paths have diverged dramatically. How did this uneasy relationship come to be? And what does the future hold for these nuclear-armed rivals? Join us today as we unravel the tangled relationship between India and Pakistan, looking back at how they became estranged and exploring what lies ahead for these neighbors divided by a bloody past. In the heart of South Asia, where the mighty Himalayas meet the Arabian Sea, two giants stir, India and Pakistan, the cradle of ancient civilizations, each boasting 1.4 billion people, stand as the second most populated nations on Earth. But their paths haven't been smooth. Their journey is a tale of twists and turns starting in 1947, when their existence was shaped by a tragedy called Partition. The year is 1947, and the British Empire is on its last legs. India, once their crown jewel, is preparing for independence, but the jewel is flawed, split along religious lines. Hindus in the east and west concentrated, Muslims in the north and northwest. This division would change the course of history. As midnight struck on August 14, 1947, India and Pakistan were born. But this wasn't your typical birth. It was messy, violent, and left an indelible mark. Millions fled across newly drawn borders, changing the demographic landscape forever. Communal riots engulfed the subcontinent as Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs clashed. The death toll mounted, and the wounded left with lifelong scars. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah emerged to guide their new nations through these turbulent times. In the aftermath, disputes arose, the biggest being over the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. The Hindu ruler wanted to join India, but Pakistan disputed this, and so the First Indo-Pakistani War erupted. From 1947 to 1948, the young nation clashed. The United Nations stepped in, brokering a ceasefire in January 1949. The line of control became the de facto border. But the scars of war ran deep. By 1950, India and Pakistan had become sworn enemies. Relations were frosty, and trust was scarce. Pakistan sought to internationalize the Kashmir issue, while India built alliances to counter its Western neighbors' designs. The stage was set for a long and turbulent relationship. As the Cold War gripped the world, India and Pakistan found themselves on opposing sides. India aligned itself with the Soviet Union, while Pakistan looked towards the United States for support. This external pressure only exacerbated their existing tensions. In 1965, the conflict over Kashmir flared up again, leading to the Second Indo-Pakistani War. For 2 weeks, the subcontinent was a battleground. But with neither side gaining an advantage, a UN-sponsored ceasefire was established. The Tashkent Agreement aimed for peaceful resolution, but relations remained tense. By 1971, things reached a boiling point. Tensions over East Pakistan culminated in the Liberation War. Millions of refugees poured into India, straining its resources. India intervened militarily, leading to a decisive victory and the birth of Bangladesh. The war's impact was profound. It left deep wounds in Pakistani society and shifted the balance of power in the region. With Bangladesh as its ally, India now had a counterweight against Pakistan. Cross-border issues continued to simmer. The Siachen Glacier dispute resulted in an ongoing military standoff, claiming many lives and escalating tensions. Both sides dug into their positions, making it one of the highest battlegrounds on Earth. Infiltration from Pakistan remained a concern for India, prompting increased security along the line of control. Military buildup and frequent skirmishes became the norm. The late 1980s and 1990s saw some attempts at normalization. The 1989 Delhi-Lahore bus service symbolized hope, but terror attacks kept derailing progress. The 2001 attack on the Indian parliament brought relations to a halt, Negotiations stalled and the atmosphere turned hostile. In 1999, the Kargil War erupted, a culmination of long-standing tensions. Pakistani troops infiltrated into Indian territory, but India's Operation Vijay forced them back. The war highlighted the dangers of cross-border conflicts and the need for restraint. In the shadow of these events, both India and Pakistan made the shift to nuclear powers. By 1998, they had successfully tested nuclear weapons, joining the elite club of nuclear-armed nations. This development added a dangerous dimension to their rivalry, raising concerns about the potential consequences of a full-scale war. The international community urged caution, emphasizing the need for responsible nuclear policies to prevent an arms race in South Asia. The early 2000s witnessed cautious steps towards peace. The 2004 tsunami spurred cooperation. Joint relief efforts provided a platform for dialogue, but trust remained fragile. Terror attacks like the 2008 Mumbai siege cast a long shadow. India's position hardened, linking peace to Pakistan's action against terror groups. Diplomatic efforts saw mixed results. The 2015 Paris climate deal briefly eased tensions, but they soon returned to square one. Today, India and Pakistan's relationship is fraught with challenges. Cross-border terrorism remains a contentious issue, with India accusing Pakistan of harboring militants. Pakistan denies these allegations. The Kashmir conflict continues to be a thorn, leading to protests and violence. Both claim Kashmir as their own, stoking animosity. India's revocation of Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir in 2019 further escalated tensions. Pakistan downgraded diplomatic ties and criticized India's move. The situation remains volatile, affecting regional stability. Sporadic ceasefires along the line of control offer brief respites from the cycle of violence. But meaningful progress toward a lasting peace seems elusive. Now, let's talk about something controversial. Is there such a thing as Pakistani or Indian cuisine? Or is it better to call it Indo-Pakistani food? After all, both countries share a rich culinary heritage rooted in history and tradition. Their diverse regional cuisines have evolved over centuries. But isn't it fascinating how similarities persist despite separate identities? From the aromatic spices of curry to the comforting embrace of biryani, these dishes transcend borders. They remind us of the shared history and cultural exchange between India and Pakistan. And now let's focus on Pakistan, a country grappling with political and economic challenges. The threat of terrorism hangs heavy. Pakistan's vulnerability to extremists is well known. Incidents like the 2009 attack on the Army Public School in Peshawar shook the nation. Such tragedies fueled public debate regarding the role of religion and extremism in Pakistani society. Calls for reform and tolerance grew louder, and though progress is slow, the pursuit of education and open dialogue offer glimmers of hope in the face of adversity. Pakistan faces a daunting task. Addressing extremism and embracing diversity are crucial for its future. Only then can it hope to create a society that values education and peaceful coexistence. The challenge is significant, but the need for change is evident. Pakistan must confront its demons if it wants to secure a brighter future for its people. Looking ahead, the road for India and Pakistan remains uncertain. Key questions arise. Can these nations set aside their differences and prioritize regional stability? How will their nuclear capabilities impact any potential conflict? And is there a chance for diplomatic resolution of long-standing disputes like Kashmir? While the past holds valuable lessons, it's essential not to be trapped by it. Perhaps with renewed commitment to dialogue and a shared vision for the future, India and Pakistan can chart a different course, one that leads to lasting peace and prosperity for both their peoples. So, what do you think about the India-Pakistan relationship? Do you believe there is still hope for peace, or are they destined to remain locked in this perpetual conflict? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Your voice matters. Let's have a respectful and open discussion. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more updates. Thank you for watching, stay curious, and see you in the next video.